Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Jacob, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about what scale should you choose, because it's not going to be the same for everyone. So, let's get right into the video. So, the first thing that you really want to think about when it comes to scale is space. This end scale layout actually, I know I've told you this before, but it actually cut off here, this line, which I have to scenic in. It cut off right there. And that's where the layout ended, and this track wasn't even there. That was all later added after I moved this down here to where I had that space. And this was originally supposed to go under my bed, hence the drawer knobs. So, how did I get it here? Well, I moved it all downstairs, and it fit in this area perfectly. Now, this area will be taken over with art supplies, and this will be moved to the other side of the basement. But this layout fits perfectly in the spot that I have. You know, there's the laundry room right there, and then you have the train table, and then you have the workroom over there, which is just like tools and power tools and saws and all that stuff. Which is not mine, that's all my dad's stuff. And so that's not the main reason why I picked N scale, but it fits perfectly. Now, when I first got into the hobby, my dad had some HO stuff. And what happened to that HO stuff was all my fault, and I'll take the blame for it, because they were some beautiful locomotives and I ruined them. It hurts me to say it so much today. I was not as big of a model train enthusiast back then as I was today, and I exposed them to the elements of outside, and I completely and utterly ruined the trains. And it makes me sad to say that I did that, but it happened, and I'm not happy about it. But still, I would have gotten new stuff anyways, and I have some fairly new HO stuff that I bought a while ago. And so, why did I change to N scale, though, from the HO? Well, number one, I was young, very young when I got into the hobby, around 5 to 7. And I was looking in a model shop, and I saw these little trains, and I thought they were the coolest thing ever. And so I just changed my scale altogether, and this is the first N scale building that I bought, and I got it a very long time ago, and the first cars that I got are up there. Now, how did this help me changing the fact that I changed scales? If I had not changed scales, I would not have been able to do any of this. And all of this is wonderful, and I love all of it. Yes, I would love some of the features that come into with HO, but we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, I fit a lot in one area. Now, on to the features. You won't get all of the itty bitty tiny details on N scale, and to be honest, N scale might be growing, but there are not that many options for things. I had to even go digging for my power plant over here. And I had to go digging for a lot of this stuff. It's hard to find, the first time I was looking for the static grass, I couldn't find it because I didn't know what size it had to be. But it's not easy, and there's not a lot of stuff in certain road names, from what I have found. If you guys found something different, please leave it in the comments below, and I will make sure to look wherever you guys are finding these things, because I love my Norfolk Southern. I live right by the yard in Allentown, so yeah. But that's nonetheless. There's not a lot of stuff for N scale. But if you go on to HO scale, you have a bunch of stuff. The locomotives have see-through grates and exhaust, and there's more steam available in HO than there is N. Right now, I believe currently there's one N scale locomotive that has steam, which is the big boy for Broadway Limited. I believe it's the only one that has steam, like live steam. And there's a lot less steam options in N scale than there is, or HO scale than there is N scale, and that's because there are a lot of itty bitty tiny moving parts in there, and you gotta work harder for those things, and they're a lot more expensive from what I found. Some of the HO scale steam locomotives can get really expensive, depending if you get brass and all that. But that's all for another video. So, you pick your scale depending practically on what you want, your space, and how much you want to fit in that space. I could have fit HO on this 4x8 layout, and I wouldn't have had all these features, and I could have probably even expanded up to here, but I wouldn't have had everything that I have today. But I also would have had a lot more for buildings and locomotives and signals and all of that. But we have to sacrifice something for what we truly want. So, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment if you guys want to see any videos. I'm open to suggestions. Please let me know in the comments below, and I will try to make a video of it. If you want to see a video on tutorials and all that stuff, I will get that to you guys. Thank you guys so much for 60 subscribers. I believe I just hit that today. I feel really accomplished, and this is a long dream of mine to get this far even. So thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I appreciate all your support, and keep it up, and happy model railroading.